Today was the trip to Lake Louise and Moraine Lake that I wanted to have the first time we came.
The first time we visited these lakes, we made quite a few mistakes and had some stressful moments due to not understanding the shuttles, not being prepared for the rain, and not knowing how much time to allot to do the things we want.
Today we are hoping that the second time would be the charm. We're Matt and Cheryl, and we've been writing travel guides of how to visit the Rockies since 2020.
So in this video, we're going to share with you our experience, what we learned visiting these two stunning lakes, and how it went for us the second time. Okay, so let's just first explain what Lake Louise and Moraine Lake are in case you are not familiar with these two places. So these are located in Banff National Park in the Canadian Rockies, and they are close enough that you visit these together. They are so busy and so popular that nowadays you need to ride the shuttle to visit them. And we'll talk a little bit about the shuttles and how to get there later on in this video. Just one more thing, they are located very close to Lake Louise Village and Lake Louise Ski Resort. But none of these, Lake Louise Ski Resort, Lake Louise Village, Lake Louise, or Moraine Lake, are close enough to walk to each other. You need a car to get to each of them, or you need to ride the shuttles.
Getting to Lake Louise and Moraine Lake. This is a really tricky problem. Like, this is a tough nut to crack for travelers. What you need to know is you are allowed to park at Lake Louise. You are not allowed to park at Moraine Lake, but the parking at Lake Louise is so limited. We talked to someone on the trail today. They arrived at 4:30 in the morning. So in our mind, we say that's just not even a viable option. You can take the Rome bus, which is what we did the first time from Banff town site, and that'll take you all the way up the canyon. Today, we actually did the best option that we've discovered so far, and that is riding the Parks Canada shuttle bus. And what we loved about this was that it was only $9 per person. It's run by Parks Canada. When you park at the Lake Louise ski resort, then a shuttle will take you to Moraine Lake and Lake Louise, and there's a connector shuttle that goes between the two of them so that you can easily get between each of the places. That was the smoothest ever. I mean, we drove up here, they were like flagging us into our parking spot. The line was orderly and the shuttles were comfortable, not stressful. Unlike our experience in Banff when we came the last time and we got a parking ticket because we couldn't find anywhere to park and people were missing the bus. It was so stressful, and I don't want anyone to ever have this experience again. So I made a free printable of all the options that there are to get to Lake Louise and Moraine Lake so that anyone who's going to Banff can just print that off and know what they need to do, when they need to do it, how to do it. That's on our website, we'reintherockies.com, under resources. Check it out and it'll make your trip so easy.
So we caught the shuttle from the ski resort there over to Moraine Lake first thing in the morning. Okay, so this is 9 o'clock, 9:30 shuttle. Once you arrive at the lakes with the shuttle, you're basically right there. It's just a short walk to get to the lake, and then you've got that amazing view. At Moraine Lake though, in order to get the best view, you need to climb up what they call the rock pile.
Very, very creative name. It's a big pile of rocks.
We climbed up the rock pile, and it's about a quarter of a mile to get to the top, I think, but there's a lot of stairs. And then when you get up to the top of the rock pile, there's all these viewing areas that you can go around and try to get your perfect shot. There's a lot of people there. Everybody's so excited to see it. And from the rock pile, you can see where the shuttles were, you can see the lodge, you can see the lake, all this stuff. So both of them have
the Lakeshore
Trail that goes down one side of the lake.
Yeah, and each of them are about 2 miles round trip. They're really similar in length. We don't feel like you have to do both of them, although if you can, it's nice to.
Well, they both have their own special things.
Yeah, so let's talk about each of them.
Moraine has more, like, the trees block the view a little bit more. But also I thought it had more, because of the shade, it had more mosses and streams coming in. But my favorite part was at the end of that Lakeshore Trail, because the stream comes into the lake at that point. And I love myself a mountain stream. It is one of my favorite things. That was like my happy place all day today, actually. I could have just sat there and listened to that stream and looked at that lake forever.
Well, the nice thing is too is that it's a fairly easy trail. Like, it's packed dirt and it's flat. I wouldn't even call it a hike. I would call it a nice walk along the lake. Okay, so Lake Louise. What I like about this one is this trail is accessible. It was wide, it was paved, and it was flat. People were just enjoying their little walk around, and it's right next to the lake. It's not behind the trees kind of like it is at Moraine Lake. I love those lakeshore trails. If you just walk down these lakeshore trails just even a little bit, you start getting some more solitude.
One other thing about the Lake Louise Lakeshore Trail, when you get down to the end, you can look at the Lake Louise Chateau as you look back at the lake. And that's a pretty cool hotel that we'll discuss here in just a minute. Of the two, Moraine Lake, absolutely my fave walk down the shoreline and at the end. Let's talk about the hotels. This is something kind of interesting to know and helpful if you're going to visit. There are two hotels. There's a hotel at each lake, I should say. So the Moraine Lodge is at Moraine Lake. Moraine Park is more like lodge and rustic a little bit. And then there's the Lake Louise Chateau at Lake Louise. Now, this is a really big fancy one run by Fairmont. 4-star hotel. You're looking at $1,500 a night on average, I think. Or actually, that might be the bottom end. But anyway, that's an exclusive type of a thing. In fact, first time we came here, we were able to walk into the resort and into the backyard area. And I noticed today they've actually closed that off to the riffraff like us. You could stay at either of these. They would actually be dream places to stay if you have the money to stay at them. But they are pretty exclusive places. Also, both of these have restaurants at them. I think you can get some reservations for Lake Louise to do like afternoon tea or dinner, fine dining, things like that. Even if you're not staying there, don't quote me on that, but you can look at their website to see, because they've always been changing things lately. Moraine Lake has a little cafe there, and it was packed when we were there. It was so packed. And I think they charge about $13 or $14 for a hot dog or something. There is some food at the lakes if you need some food. Now, what we did though, both times, is we packed a picnic. We don't want to deal with the lines. We don't want to pay the overpriced food. So we just sat in a bench at Lake Louise and ate a picnic, and it was great.
And as like the mom that normally does the food, this is a place where you like make your sandwiches before you go. Just have your lunch in your backpack and then just find a bench to sit on. There's not picnic tables anywhere. Lots of nice scenic places where you can just sit down and eat something yummy.
Okay, let's talk about something pretty important here that really played a big role in both of our visits actually, is the weather. So this is a pretty big deal. The first time we came, had a mountain storm blow in and rain on us, and that was okay. It didn't ruin our trip or anything like that, but everybody had a poncho or an umbrella except for me. So I got absolutely drenched, so you do want to be prepared with that. However, today we're here again late September, and it was epic. I do think we're a little lucky, by the way, at this time of the year. I think it's a little colder usually, but we have been blessed with beautiful weather today.
Like perfect sunshine, no wind, no clouds in the sky. I mean, the water just sparkled today. This morning, I had on my beanie, my gloves. We had on our jackets and sweaters, and then by the afternoon, we were walking around in our t-shirts with our sunglasses and our ball caps on.
Jackets, wear layers. I took this on and off about 5 times a day.
The tourist season in these parks, it kind of ends around October 15th. That's their Thanksgiving. November, things start freezing over.
Okay, so we've talked about, some of the easy hikes along the lake shore. We talked about the rock pile a little bit. Let's talk about another hike that we did. There's a lot of hiking opportunities around here. I mean, you can find a new hike to do every time you come. But Cheryl had her heart set on going to the Lake Agnes tea house. This is about a 4.5 mile round trip hike up the mountain.
It was awesome. Now this is kind of a butt kicker hike. Like it switchbacks up the mountain, and the elevation is 1,400 feet to get up to the top. That's pretty significant in only a little over 2 miles. And one of the bummer things about this hike is that you're completely in the forest. Yeah. You don't really have views of Lake Louise as you're climbing up this. I mean, the thing was, is on that trail, we saw all different levels of fitness. We saw quite a few elderly people. If you go slow, you can do it. But when you get to the top, there is this darling tea house. This building looks old. They have like things carved in the door frame, like the Lake Agnes on it. And you can get, of course, tea or like little mountain treats, little baked goods or sandwiches or soup. And we got to sit on the deck. We were in the corner and we had sunshine and we could see.
We see the Lake Louise Chateau and the valley other direction.
We had Lake Agnes. It was just this little amphitheater. I mean, it didn't have the bright blue that Lake Louise did, but it had like just kind of a special small feel to it.
And the lake was exceptionally gorgeous, and then the tea house was way more charming than I anticipated.
I loved it. I thought it was so great. I loved my vegetable soup. It was so yummy. Oh, then we learned the craziest thing too. I asked the waitress, I'm like, tell me about how do you guys get food up here? Because she said there's no electricity, no running water. They're like cooking with propane back there. She's like, we do 4 to 5 day shifts and we live up here in these little cabins and we carry all the perishable food up with us when we come here to work for the next few days.
Also, we were in a hurry to do that because we were trying to get back down in time for another one of Cheryl's dreams.
This was like the ultimate splurge, but we paid to get on one of the red canoes on Lake Louise. These are not cheap. In fact, Banff should be embarrassed about how much they're charging for this because it's like, I don't know, $150 to rent a canoe for 1 hour. You get on your 2-person canoe. I think they can hold 3 adults or like 2 adults and 2 kids, just the 2 of us on ours. I was worried about once we got on the water that it might not look as blue, but it was even better on the water. It was so peaceful. Lake Louise has so many people at it. But you get out on a canoe and it's just you and your sweetie. And you're just paddling around and looking at things, and I could still smell the trees. Today was a perfect day. There was no wind at all. Sunshine. As we paddled towards the mountains at the end of the lake, the sun was just popping off of the water. It was so sparkly.
Shimmering water.
I really feel like Matt and I might have peaked on our most perfect travel day of all time today.
I cannot believe how it all came together.
Today was the trip to Lake Louise and Moraine Lake that I wanted to have the first time we came. But the second time, we were prepared. We knew how everything went. Of course, there was a little bit of luck as far as the weather and such, but yeah, I mean, the preparation and the knowledge is a big deal.
Thanks for watching, and until next time, go west, young traveler.